The Adventures of 25 and 2 by Maria Kling. It was finally graduation day for 25 and 2. They sat with their enormous graduating class and waited in anticipation for the chance to get to walk across the stage and finally graduate from Multiplication Middle School. The graduation from middle school happens to be a really big deal for numbers. At the ceremony, each number walks across the calculator and officially becomes a square root. This means they are all now equivalent to 2 equal factors of their original number. In order to show that they had graduated middle school and become a square root, the students received the honorable radical sign. This sign showed the world that they were now a positive square root. So every student was so proud to finally get the chance to put on their radical sign. 25 had been a perfect square his entire life. This means he was a square of 2 integers, which happened to be 5 in his case. His family was very well known in their town for being perfect squares. His parents were 36 and 49, and his grandparents were 64 and 81. Since 25 got a lot of attention for being a perfect square, he was a little afraid of what would happen when he finally went to Hyperbolic High as a square root. After an entire summer, he finally went to high school with his best friend, 2. Things changed, though. Ever since they got their radical signs, 2 and 25 never hung out anymore. They never went to movies or even played basketball after school. They went their separate ways and joined different groups of numbers. 2 stuck with the irrational numbers. This was a group of numbers that cannot be expressed as fractions and had decimals that didn't terminate or repeat. He became friends with the school bully Pi, and they always picked on the group 25 was in. The group 25 had become a member of was known as the rational numbers. These numbers were known as the teacher's pets around Hyperbolic High, because they were perfect and could be expressed as fractions. One day, Pi asked 2 to help him stuff 25 in a locker. 2 agreed, and went with Pi to find 25 and the other rationals. 2 went to stuff 25 in a locker, when 25 spoke up and said, "Look, guys, we are all real numbers, so why can't we just get along?" 2 paused for a minute and said, "Yeah! The set of rational numbers and the set of irrational numbers together make up the set of real numbers. Why are we fighting?" From that day on, there were no rational numbers or irrational numbers at Hyperbolic High. There was only one huge group of real numbers. The end.